Talking about welcome to the power play with CJ. Today I want to talk about the one-game suspension handed down to Brayden Schenn of the Philadelphia Flyers for his hit on Anton Volchenkov. I didn't like the suspension. I thought it should have been a penalty for sure. I think he definitely warranted sitting in the box for 2 minutes for the charge, but I don't think it was worth a one-game suspension. I think a fine at most would have sent the message. Schenn has no previous history. Volchenkov wasn't hurt, even though I don't agree with the fact whether or not someone's hurt factors into the length of suspension. I think that's BS. But I think he definitely should have got the 2 minutes. I think the ref should have called that penalty. Shouldn't have paid attention there out there. But 2 minutes and maybe a fine to offs, but not a one-game suspension. Then you look at it. If I'm Scott Laughton, I'm the happiest man in Philly because Schenn's out a game and Scott Arnold's out definitely with a foot injury, and Laughton's on the bubble. Whether or not they're going to keep him up the rest of the year. And, if I'm him, I'm looking at it going, two of the top six forwards are down for at least one game, obviously. Hard over down a little bit longer, but, it's if I'm Lawton, I'm saying, it's ice time. I can get to prove my worth at staying in Philly. They got to decide for this weekend if he goes back or not. So that's something to think about. But back to suspension, don't agree with it. Like I said, should have been a 2-minute penalty, fine, tops. There was no penalty on the play. The ref wasn't paying attention. But, and like I said, Schenn has no previous history, so that he never strikes me as kind of a player that does that. He doesn't have the Matt Cook or, trying to think of another great cheap shot artist, that has that coming from even Brad Marchand of the Bruins or Lucic. Where they got the previous history, he's been a clean player, plays the game hard, plays the game right, but he's not a dirty player. And I think this suspension was BS. But anyway, if I'm Philly, rally through it, play the game without him, and then move on and see what you can do going forward. Because being 0-2 in the season isn't exactly what the Flyers had in mind on this great season. And they're playing the Rangers tomorrow. That's what they sinned against. So that's kind of a real tough draw. But we'll see how it all shakes up. Anyway, second episode of the Power Play with CJ on the one-game suspension handed down to Brayden Schenn of the Philadelphia Flyers. Stay tuned for more episodes throughout the season and beyond. Later, guys.